Welcome to the official Kreedz climbing tutorial map. I am Soulfather, the executive producer and lead level designer, and I'm here to help you learn the standard disciplines of the game. In each room you will see these cute floating blue bubbles. Press the use key while facing them to listen to a tutorial for that specific room or stage. If a room seems impossible to complete, hit the bubble again and really listen closely to the things I say. Your next bubble is close to the start timer in this room. Press it to find out how our timer system works. I wish you the best of luck and a lot of fun on your way to setting world record times on our awesome Kreedz climbing courses. Kreedz climbing has a unique climb timer system. It keeps track of your elapsed time as you take the challenge of any course in the game. Next to this bubble is a typical start timer. At the end of the entire course of all disciplines, you will find the stop timer. Simply press the use key while facing the button to start or stop the timer. Keep in mind though, you do not have to use the timers unless you want to see how fast you can manage each course. This entire map is a single course. If you can manage the whole thing in one run, you're probably a natural talent for the game. Learning the duck. This is a basic part of the jumping discipline. Here you will learn two things. First is jumping up to a 63 unit high block which requires a special duck jump. 3 keys need to be pressed simultaneously to perform a duck jump. The duck, jump, and forward keys. If done right, reaching the first block in this room should be easy. The second thing you will learn is the regular forward jump, which may or may not require a duck at the end of your flight time, depending on how high the next jump is. Once you're on the first block, face the next highest one. Run forwards and then simply jump. Once you've pressed the jump key, it is imperative that you let go of the forwards key while you fly through the air. Now make your way to the door at the top of the room. Learning to jump. This room is just like the first, but we will practice our jump accuracy now. Jump to the lowest block you see in the water and face towards the next highest one. Back up using the duck or walk keys for control of movement. Looking down will make it easier to position yourself. You will notice how you can take up a position partially off the back end of the block. This also applies to the front of the block too, so you will be attempting to jump just after the last pixel. Use the full space of the block to gain as much speed as you possibly can and then jump. And don't forget to let go of the forwards key and press duck, if necessary, before you land. If you follow these directions to the T, the jumps will not be hard for you. Block positioning is everything in this game, especially on the smaller ones. Now make your way to the end of the tunnel and don't give up. Learning the surf. Time for some fun. A surf is a sharply angled block that you can slide on. To surf, use only the left or right strafe keys and steer yourself with mouse look. Never use the forward, back, or duck keys on a surf. If the surf is on your left, hold the left strafe key to stay on it. Respectively, a surf block on your right requires the right strafe key. Looking down the surf will speed you up, and looking up the surf will slow you down. Now simply run off the edge in front of you without jumping, and in ski or snowboard style, surf your way through the 3 gates. If you pass all 3 correctly, the door at the bottom will open. Entering it will release some special Kreedz climbing magic that will take you back to the lobby. If you don't make it, there's another teleporter to take you back to the top for another attempt. Go, go, go! Learning the surf. Time for some fun. A surf is a sharply angled block that you can slide on. To surf, use only the left or right strafe keys and steer yourself with mouse look. Never use the forward, back, or duck keys on a surf. If the surf is on your left, hold the left strafe key to stay on it. Respectively, a surf block on your right requires the right strafe key. Looking down the surf will speed you up, and looking up the surf will slow you down. Now simply run off the edge in front of you without jumping, and in ski or snowboard style, surf your way through the 3 gates. If you pass all 3 correctly, the door at the bottom will open. Entering it will release some special Kreedz climbing magic that will take you back to the lobby. If you don't make it, there's another teleporter to take you back to the top for another attempt. Go, go, go! Learning head blockers. Head blockers are mean little things that require the absolute best of timing. As you learned in the Learning to Jump room, using the last pixel of the block to jump from is of utmost importance, especially on head blockers. It is easiest to do this with jump also bound to the mouse wheel up or down. Now run forward off the first block and try to jump and duck at the same time, but as late as possible. If you fail, it's most likely because you're jumping too soon. It is not easy and may take some time to understand just how late you actually have to jump. Imagine your head must be clear of the ceiling before jumping. If you make all 3 platforms, you'll be sent back to the lobby. Learning long jumps. Long jumps are a very difficult concept for a new player in the game to understand. Long jumps are jumps that require multiple air strafes, or multi-strafes, to complete. Get on the block with the 215 units. This jump can actually be done with no strafes at all, but the timing of the jump must be absolutely perfect. Make it easier to reach the other side by adding a single strafe, which gives us more distance by gaining airspeed. To do this, start at the back of the block and run towards the front edge, and shortly before the end, begin to turn your mouse to the left or the right at the moment you need to jump, then let go of the forward key. Perform a strafe in a long, smooth bow to reach the other side. Smooth is the key word here. The mouse movement for this is very slight. This will take some practice, so be prepared to fail multiple times. Long jumping will take more practice than anything else in the game. However, it's rarely required to complete a course. If you do it right, you will make it. A duck at the last second before landing is always a requirement in long jumping. Learning the bungee. The elastic bungee has two types, free and limited. The limited bungee rope requires special bungee targets to attach to. The bar above this pit is one of those bungee targets. Bungees have different lengths and slack speeds which control how fast the slack pulls in or lets out when using the jump and duck keys respectively. Your secondary fire key will shoot the bungee at the target, and pressing E will cut the connection. Run towards the edge of the pit and jump. Look up at the bungee target and press secondary fire to attach it. You will begin to swing downwards and then back up. Press the E key when you find yourself higher than the platform on the other side, and land there safely to complete stage 1 of the bungee tutorial. Learning flares. Flare shooting is pretty self-explanatory. First thing is to locate and recognize a flare target. Second thing is to realize that in any of our maps or courses, an area that seems as if there's nowhere to go, you might have to look for a flare target to open a door or make some bungee targets appear. In this case, we're going to be using flare targets to make glass walls or floors disappear. Defaulted to G. Use the flare button to shoot a flare at a flare target in each stage of this short course. At the end, you will auto-magically be transferred to the lobby by simply crossing the line on the floor. Learning bunny hopping, or bee hops. Bunny hopping is one of our most widely used and loved disciplines. Bee hops are simply continuous jumping while strafing left and right without ever stopping to take a breath. This is one of the most difficult things to master in the game next to long jumps. Bunny hopping requires a good feel for rhythm. In this course you will meet 3 short stages of bee hops. These are special Kreedz that will teleport you back to the start of each stage if you fail a proper bee hop. To start a bee hop run, you must run, then strafe jump in any desired direction. While in the air, you will need to change strafe directions, and upon landing, you simply jump again. The rhythm will be jump, strafe direction change, jump, strafe direction change, jump, and so on. When thinking of music, the jump is on the downbeat, and the strafe direction change is on the upbeat. If your rhythm is perfect, you can tag hundreds of strafe jumps in a chain, in which case, you're truly bee hopping. Bee hopping is easiest if you have jump bound to the mouse wheel and keep constantly scrolling while you strafe left and right. Make sure that as soon as you hit the ground, you're jumping at that very moment. Good luck. Learning raceways. Raceways are easy. These courses push you along the ground, allowing you to concentrate only on using your WASD, jump, and duck keys to avoid obstacles. To speed up in a raceway, you simply press forwards, and to slow down, you press backwards. Move left and right, jump, or duck to avoid anything in your way. In a common raceway like this, it is impossible to strafe jump or bee hop, but we do have variations of this where bee hopping is possible. You can reach incredible speeds on a bee hop raceway. This particular course covers the simple raceway. Solving this final course means you have come very far and also means that you have found the end of the Kreedz climbing tutorial. As the executive producer of the game, and on behalf of the ObsessionSoft team, we hope you enjoy this non-violent movement skill-based game. Thank you for downloading. See ya on the servers. As you learned in the learning to jump room, I'm fucking stuttering like a biatch. You will notice that you will simply bounce up and down if you don't do anything else. Get a feeling for this bounce timing. When you feel the bounce coming, let go of backwards and press both.
Oh, we're playing at the Lavender Lounge. Oh, press both of those buttons, and then you will have a good time while you launch through the air and get all the way to the other side so you can just like get to the next stage. So, oh my god, I just lost an eyelash. Oh.
Learning long jumps. Long jumps are very... Learning long jumps. Learning long jumps. Long jumps are extremely difficult. Huh. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's true, yes. Learning long jumps. Long jumps are a very difficult concept to understand. Fuck, man, my brain's like dead right now. Learning long jumps. Long jumps are very difficult. No, fuck you. As you learned in the learning to jump room, I'm fucking stuttering like a biatch. While in the air, press duck before you land and hold it until you are actually on the block. Use this procedure. Use this... Yeah. You know what? Use this procedure for nearly every jump in the Yeah. I find it easiest to do this with the jump function bound... I find it easiest... Shut up. You will notice that you will simply bounce up and down if you don't do anything else. Get a feeling for this bounce timing. When you feel the bounce coming, let go of backwards and press both.
Oh, we're playing at the Lavender Lounge. Oh, press both of those buttons, and then you will have a good time while you launch through the air and get all the way to the other side so you can just like get to the next stage. So, oh my god, I just lost an eyelash. Oh.
Learning long jumps. Long jumps.
Long jumps? Yeah, long jumps. Let's make some long jumps. Ah, Mitsubishi, Toyota.
Bee hopping is easiest if you have jump bound to the mouse wheel. And yeah, just keep constantly... Bee hopping is easiest if you have bump down to the mouse wheel and just keep constantly scrolling while you strafe left and right, you know, with the button. I just said bump is jound. Bunny hopping is easiest if you... Yeah, bunny... Bunny hopping... yeah, I just... This one's driving me nuts. Okay, go get on the first block. Simply... No. Okay, when you're... Once you...
Und wenn du Pause machen willst.
Ja. Drück Pause. Lol. Alter. Hello and welcome to Beta 2 of Kreedz Climbing. I'm here to show you how to use the bungee. Yeah. Okay, well, you just press shoot and, you know, to cut it, you use the button and jump around if you want to, like, raise up and, like, duck if you want to get down. And, you know, so just go ahead and play. You know, there's some rope targets. Shoot at them and aim and, you know, you got to cross there. Peace.
Tip the VIP team. Go, go, go! Okay, let's go.
Oh my god!
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Okay, I'm ready.
Roger that.
Oh my god!
Get ready to choose a map.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to choose.
Get ready to choose a map.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to choose.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get ready to choose a map.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time to choose.